All right, all right, all right. Guru here. I hope everyone's doing well on this beautiful Sunday. Got a hole all to myself. I hope everyone had a good steelhead year. Mine's been okay. It hasn't been too bad. We're getting some fish, having some good times, and that's all that matters. Um, with everything that's going on in the world, um, this is a great way to stay positive. Is getting out here, being wild. Like I always say, man, get out there, be fucking wild. Um, and you know, this is a great place to be wild. Oregon, we're lucky, man. There's no doubt about it. We are lucky here. But anyways, I hope everyone's had a good steelhead season. I'm out here doing a little R&D. I haven't done a video in a while. I'm sorry, guys. I've been working on a little tackle. In fact, here, let me show you something. I often come to places like this. Hopefully the camera will focus in on that. Pretty, huh? I often come to places like that, or like this, excuse me, to do my R&D and test and real world conditions, different weights, blade sizes, that's kind of, if you really want to put something out there unique, that's what you have to do is really, explore that. For all the people that are tying their own spinners out there, play around with weights. Make sure that you're weighing your spinners and you're documenting how much they weigh, how much the blade weighs, clevis size. It all plays a part. It all makes a difference. Trust me when I tell you, man, it makes a massive difference when you start paying attention to that, to your weights, to blade size. Because one thing's for sure, you never want a spinner that instantly rides high. You want that spinner to stay down in the strike zone. So this is how you do it. You tie up a bunch, and you're not necessarily trying to catch fish as you are, seeing how it acts in the water. Now, I actually have a pool at home, so a lot of times when the pool's up and running, I test in there, which is nice, but it's not like, it's not like being here in a nice hole where you got, a good place to do R&D type of thing. But anyways, I hope everyone's getting out there being wild and fishing and having a good time. We're in that transition period between springers and steelhead. There's still a lot of winter steelhead to be caught. Trust me when I tell you that, there is. They've been doing really good, especially after this last high water. Man, it was a slaughter. If it wasn't for my day job, I'd have been out there. But that's kind of how it went this year. We had periods of low, clear, and then we'd get a high water, and then we'd get a drop. And if you're keeping a journal, make sure you have that in your journal, that you're recording this high, low techniques. Everybody who was able to fish on the drop this year absolutely slaughtered them. I mean, it was that good. And trust me, there was a lot of really good fish being caught on those drops. That's everybody's favorite time. It's no secret. So, for all the people that, are wishing they had a sled right now to go springer fishing, let me tell you, you don't need a sled to go springer fishing. There's lots of springer fishing opportunities plunking off the beach. You need to take advantage of those. There's a lot of videos on how to plunk. There's a million beaches on the lower Columbia. One thing I want you to guys, keep this in the back of your mind. There's beaches on the Oregon side, there's beaches on the Washington side. If you have an Oregon license, you can fish the Washington side. If you have a Washington license, you can fish the Oregon side. Now this is only in the Columbia. None of its tributaries, just the Columbia. They've been doing it for years. A lot of people don't realize this. And let me tell you, I already know 2 people that got springers down at Prescott Beach, which is down by Rainier. It's no secret that everybody knows Prescott and Dibley Beach is a little further down. Willow Bar out at, Salvies Island. These are no secrets. Yeah, they've already got springers there. So, and I've been seeing, springers here and there all over online, as a lot of you have. So, really, like, if you want to go, you need to be going now. We're going to go through a long period of no rain. So the Columbia and the Willamette are going to clear up, especially this next week. You're really going to see the Willamette from Oregon City all the way to the Columbia clear up. You're going to see the Columbia clear up. It's going to be a lot better. And this is the time you want to go. It's mid-March through the close this year. You need to be out there if you want to get yourself a springer, a real springer on the Columbia. There's no excuse for you not to get out there and be wild. And don't forget, too, every place here on the North Coast that gets summer steelhead, you always have a little shot of summers that come up in April and even May. You might even have a Chinook or 2 that come up early. It just depends. Every place that gets hatchery springers on the North Coast, there's no reason, as long as the water's up, that you can't keep fishing it. There's always a chance to catch a springer. There's always a chance to catch a summer. Now, springers, there's only a handful of spots on the North Coast that you can go get them. Any of the other places, even on the South Coast that get springers, there's already starting to see a few. So this is the time. Don't wait. If you want to catch a springer, you need to be getting out there and getting wild. I love this time of year. A lot of the crowds go away, so you can just get to places you normally can't fish. And it's like, you can really just, zen out, if you want to say, and just have a good time and test tackle. And yeah, man, I'm never going to bring up politics on this channel, because hunting and fishing is a whole lot more important than fucking politics. But a lot of you, I know I have, we're just drowning in this despair and, this uncertainty and all this. It's getting harder for everyone. Whenever I'm feeling like that, overwhelmed, whenever I'm feeling like, there's no hope, and I let despair in, this is where I come. I get out here. Because out here, none of that exists. It's, it's freedom. It's the way that our life was meant to be. It's the way it was meant to be. And if you're feeling that way, grab the wife and kids. Get in the truck, get in the car, and get to the river. Get to the woods, man. Pack you a lunch. It's such a beautiful day out here. You know, just let all that shit, just let it all go, man. Just let it all go. Grab a rod, you know, grab a camera. Um, it's almost, you know, they're getting morels right now, mushrooms. My favorite mushroom, morels. Go out and go morel hunting. And there's a million videos on that, but, you know, just get out there. Get out there and be wild, man. Just get away from the city. Get away from all that negative bullshit. I let it, you know, I let it get to me sometimes too. It's hard not to, especially if you're someone who cares, you know, and cares about beautiful resources like this. But whenever I'm in that yucky spot, I come here and I feel a whole lot better, especially today, Sunday, the Lord's Day. God bless. You know, just get out there, man. Springers, don't forget them. It's now. You want to be springer fishing now. Don't forget these last little bit of steelhead that you can go catch. You know, the fishing is still really good. You don't have to sit at home and say, well, I should have been there, should have got out there and done that. You know, you can go now, especially when this weather is so beautiful. One thing before we go, I'd also like to say is I don't know, well, let me just say it this way. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be guiding. This will probably be my last year. I got a trip that I donated for Pheasants Forever. I don't have any trips booked up, and I'm not asking for people to like book a trip with me. I just feel like God's taking me towards Jack Tackle. Like I got to get my spinners, my soft plastics, all these things that I've been holding back from years for people. Like I need to go that way. Like I that's the direction I need to go. I'm going to reach more people. I'm going to help more people be successful if I focus more on jacked and less on guiding. Guiding was always my dream. You know, I never wanted to be like, you know, the big football star, the basketball star. I never wanted to be, you know, the famous act. You know, all those things that people look up to, that different shit. I always wanted to be a guide. That was my dream. That was my NFL. My Super Bowl. I got to do it. And I wasn't too bad at it. But I'm a whole lot better at making tackle. I can play when it comes to making custom tackle. I can just build. And for me, I think that's the direction I need to go. Get away from the guiding, do more custom tackle. The bio baits, I think I got that perfected. You know, and the goal has always been to help as many people be successful, because when I was starting out, you know, I didn't have all those people to help me be successful. Other than my mother pushing me, you know, I didn't have a dad who showed me all this shit. I had to learn it myself because my stepdad didn't want to do this shit. You know, and I had a couple people introduce me to it, but, you know, this is all on my own. So everybody who's out there that feels like you're on your own, you're not. I'm with you. And I'm going to help you. And you're going to be successful too. I know it's frustrating. I know it's real hard. You know, you want it so bad to catch a steelhead or a salmon or whatever. You know, you feel it. It's in your fucking bones, man. To the bone. And I'm going to help you, man. I'm going to be there for you. So, that being said, tight lines. Shoot straight. God bless. Get the fuck out there and be wild. Guru out.